don't even know what day today is. I think it's April 23rd. Anyway, so, the Boston Marathon happened the other day, and it brought back a memory. And I had spoke with Joseph's favorite godmother, Jennifer, and I had called her to remind her of a situation. Anyway, so the day of the Boston Marathon in 2013, in fact, I think she said it was April 15th. Anyway, Joseph needed to have wisdom teeth removed. And he called his dentist. They couldn't get him in. My mother had an appointment that day with her dentist in South County, and I was bringing her. So she said, why don't we do this? Why don't you have Joseph come with us? And I'll let them know that, I'll skip my appointment if they can take a look to see what's going on with his teeth. So, and Joseph had beautiful teeth. So we were going down South County, and I had called Jen to tell her that we were going to be down in the area or whatever. And her husband had taken their son to the Boston Red Sox opening day, which happened to be the same day as the Boston Marathon bombing. So we had gone into the dentist, and they had pretty much said, they would have to appointment it out in order to get his wisdom teeth pulled. But that's basically, they did some x-rays and everything. So they ended up seeing him and seeing my mother the same day. Anyway, while my mother was in having her appointment, because they took Joseph first because he was in so much pain, Jennifer showed up, and she was just sitting there, and we were bullshitting, and Joseph said, Mom, where did she say that? And I'm not going to say the names because they're irrelevant. But anyway, her husband and her son. The name is irrelevant, not the people. So he said, where did they go? And so I told him, and he starts showing me things on his phone about the bombing. And he's like, should we let her know what's going on in Boston? So he just starts asking her, hey, when they coming back? They took the train, yada, 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 going back and forth. Well, finally, she now knows that something has happened in Boston. And she's like, oh my God, I have to go. I got to go pick them up. They're supposed to be taking a train back. And the trains probably won't be running. And, so she's in a panic now. And the more things are happening and Joseph's getting news feeds on his phone, he's looking at me and shaking his head like, this ain't good. So he's in so much pain. In a lot of pain. And he says, Ma, she can't do this alone. I know the ins and outs of Boston. I know all the back roads. He knew Boston Boston was as familiar to him as Providence, as far as the streets and the cut-throughs and everything. And he said, I'll go with her. Now, here's a kid. He's in excruciating pain. And he didn't want her to go alone. And he felt that he could get her there. And they could get in and out with contacting her husband and her son and telling them the back ways to get to where they would meet them. And she didn't end up going. She did get word that they were okay and, things were going to be okay. They were going to be able to get back. But when I look at Joseph and I say how amazing or how caring or how loving he was, here's a kid that was in excruciating pain with his wisdom teeth and didn't want his favorite godmother to go try to navigate Boston alone. He wanted to go with her, to take care of her, and to make sure that they got in and got out safely. And I was thinking about that, and I know that I've thought about it before. And I just... He was very selfless, and if he loved you with all his heart. And the biggest joke was that she was his favorite godmother. And she wasn't really his godmother, but I think that no matter your title, no matter who you were in his life, if he loved you, he loved you. He loved you with all his heart and would do anything for you. And we were laughing and joking about, different things. And I believe that that was the last time that she saw Joseph. Now, she thinks that she saw him after that, but I don't think that I've ever met anybody with the morals and the integrity, compassion, love that I saw in my son. And again, I'll say it. His favorite saying was, "I won't lie to you, for you, or about you." And I have yet to find anyone in the police department, in City Hall, that walks around with the same feelings about people, that you won't lie to them, for them, or about them. That's my thought for this morning.